Okay guys, welcome back. This is your old pal Hondo doing a quick outdoors video on some hunting boots. Now this is a theme for survival as well, because some of these winter boots can save your feet and your life in a survival situation. On this pair of boots, not so much maybe, because I'm going to go over the specs of the Atashka boots. I've had these for about a year now, hunting with them in early fall for squirrel and rabbit and raccoon in early fall here in the mountains, and mid winter, like right around Thanksgiving, for rifle season when it's really bad out with snow and it's like 16-degree temperatures. I will say this right off the bat, these are sturdy boots. I've had them for about a year. They haven't fallen apart. I've had some cheap boots from like Chinese companies that I ordered offline for hunting, and they just fell apart within like I don't know, 2 or 3 months of hunting. Like the whole bottoms would fall out. They are pretty sturdy. They've held together. Overall than that, you know, they're not good for winter time. I'm gonna give you a few reasons why they're not good for winter hunting. They are 400 grams of thinsulate, 3M thinsulate. So, and they claim they're waterproof, but they're not. These are good, like field of like average use for these. This would be good for you know, going out to your barn, feeding your livestock, going from point A to point B, you know, shoveling off your driveway in the middle of winter, just for average use. You know, going to some kind of event or something, or a park in the winter to do some hiking. But you know, for long-term hunting or even survival in a downgrade situation, you would literally have to dry these boots out. They're not 100% waterproof. These are the carbine version, I believe, of the Atashka boots. Carbine 400 gram thinsulate. They do come in different sizes, but you know, average use for these boots would be good for that type of situation. But you will have to dry these boots out, because I've even gotten these damp and wet just going out and shoveling off people's driveways and stuff like that. After a couple of hours of doing that, you can start to feel the dampness coming in. And there's that rooster right there, guys. See that rooster? I got chickens too. And they do get damp after a couple hours just shoveling off driveways. They even got worse when I took them out hunting, you know, long periods of time being out in base camp hunting out in the mountains and stuff like that, going to the four-wheeler, you know, shoveling out the campsite you know, in the middle of winter, you know, getting on your four-wheeler, going out to the deer stand, shoveling your way through the ice and the snow and stuff like that, being out hours and hours and hours and hours out in the snow during deer season with these things will get soaking wet, and you can start feeling the water coming in on your feet and the dampness coming in on your feet with these boots. I haven't put any like expensive waterproof spray on them yet. I've seen other people say they put waterproof spray on these very same boots, and they still get moisture inside of them. I will say this though, if you're going to use them for long-term survival or hunting, which I don't recommend these at all for any type of situation like that, is when you get done using them, you need a warm, heated area in order to dry these out. So when you take these boots off, you'll have to put them in near a heater or something like that on the inside of your house. I will say they do got great ankle support, and they got great tread on the bottom of them. They're really good for hiking in early fall, for coon hunting, or you know, raccoon hunting and rabbit hunting and stuff like that. But when you start getting into deep heavy snow and mud and stuff like that in the middle of winter, crossing small little creek beds and stuff like that, these boots will get in wet on the inside, and they could freeze your feet. So you would need to take these off when you got back to your camp or your cabin or your, you know, your home after you get done hunting, and you have to dry these out before you could use them the next day. I've had you know, better hunting boots than these. You know, usually the rubber ones with the insulation on the inside are the best ones, I think, personally. But you know, for a cheap like casual boot, not for survival or hunting or anything like that, these are great. Go out and shovel out your driveway, feed your livestock in the middle of the winter. go out and work on a barn or something, or, you know, go out to work on a chicken coop, go out to, you know, fix some wiring on a fence or something in the middle of the winter in snow and mud, that's fine. If you're not going to be outside all day with these, and you're not going to be doing a lot of crazy stuff with them and being outside and camping with them, and, you know, this is why I think they would really fail at being good survival boots, being in the woods all the time, you know, living outside every day, day in and day out in the middle of winter with these boots. If you don't let them dry out, you could lose your toes from basically frostbite and stuff like that. I wouldn't recommend them for long-term survival or wilderness survival out in the woods. I'd recommend getting a rubber boot, guys, over this one. Well, guys, I hope you liked the quick video on the Atoshka Thinsulated, I think, carbine 400 grain boots. I give them like a 3. If I had to give them from a 5 to like 0-star rating, I'd give them like a 3. They're okay for like casual things, like, you know, around your homestead, for, yeah, you know, going out feeding your livestock, mending fences, stuff like that. It wouldn't be too bad, as long as you're not out in them all day long, every day, day in and day out. Like, say in a survival situation, I wouldn't recommend these boots for that. But I would recommend them for like early to mid-fall hunting, into like tradition season, and then like early rifle hunting season. But when the snow gets heavy and the mud's really bad, I wouldn't recommend them for long-term hunting, because I've took them out just for a day hunting and they get soaked. Not one of my favorite boots, guys. But, you know, for like just the daily average grind, if you're a mailman and you're getting out of your freaking mail truck, putting mail in people's mailboxes, you're hiking up and down mountain trails to deliver mail or something like that, if you're a mailman, or if you're working out in like construction sites in the middle of winter, these are okay for that, because, you know, usually construction sites are all shoveled out and stuff like that. They will keep your feet warm. They're okay for that. They're not bad for just like average things. But when you're talking about going out deep in the woods for months on end or weeks on end, you know, escaping, evading, and survival, if you don't dry these boots out, you're going to lose your toes in the middle of the winter. And they are not 100% waterproof. Okay, guys, I hope you like this video on these Atoshka carbine 400 Thinsulation boots. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe. I don't recommend them. I give them a 3 out of 5. All right, this has been your old pal Hondo from Hillbilly Tactical. Peace out.